recorded it. Hi, welcome everyone. We are so excited to have you guys join us and to hop on either live or for those of you who are catching the recording of this call. Caren and I are so excited to talk to you guys about what Beachbody coaching is all about, because this really truly has impacted our lives in such a positive light. So because I know everyone's time is precious, we have a quick little, presentation, if you will, for you guys to all check out, and we will share our stories and give you a little bit more info. So without further ado, let's get that going. So you guys can all see. I always have this trouble. All right, sit tight, guys. Let me get the presentation up.
I'll let you know when I see it.
Perfect.
I see it.
All right.
All right.
Can we see this? Everyone sees this?
Yes.
So what is this whole coaching thing about? Let me talk to you guys about who I am first. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jarema. I am a premier star diamond fitness coach with Beachbody. And more importantly, I am a wife and a mom of 3. And you can see all 3 of my little nuggets down there. And my husband, that's actually a picture of us on our trip last year that Beachbody actually paid for, which I usually used to think was a scam. Like, how do these people have free trips from these companies? But the funny thing is, we'll actually be going on our 3rd free trip at the end of this month. So that's pretty neat. So real quick about my story. I was always a gym rat. I always used to go to the gym. Like, I loved the gym. I actually have a health and fitness background, so that working out part really wasn't an issue for me. But I had my first kid. And at that point, I really, having one kid was like a shock to me, and I didn't know how to manage my time. I didn't know how to do anything. And so after having my first son, I realized I wanted to obviously get back in shape. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to do it soon. And I also didn't want to take a newborn to the gym and put him in the daycare at the gym and whatnot. And I saw a girlfriend of mine doing Insanity, actually, and was asking people to join her and do it with her. And I was like, well, whatever, let's just try it. Let's see. But these at-home workouts are a joke, so it's probably not going to work. And lo and behold, it worked, you guys. I mean, I lost 40 pounds of baby weight with Insanity. Loved it. Became just addicted to the at-home workout environment because I was able to put my son, in the bouncer and, lay him on the play mat, or while he naps. I was able to get my workouts done at home, wasn't wasting time driving someplace and, all that extra that goes on with going to the gym. But so like I said, I lost the 40 pounds, loved the working out at home, and also loved drinking the Shakeology because it was easy. It was quick, fast, something that I knew I was going to get all my nutrients in. It's like drinking a vitamin plus extra, you guys. So at that point, my coach offered a discount. And I was like, well, yeah, give me this discount because I want to drink this Shakeology. And I want a discount because I actually ended up quitting my job after my first son. We weren't sure what I was going to do, but we made the decision financially to quit. And we thought we would be okay money-wise. I mean, I had him in March, and come July, so not even 6 months later, we realized we were now paycheck to paycheck. We were now having to save for minor things that in my mind I should just be able to go out and buy whenever I want, right? I wasn't allowed to have my Target addiction that I have now. There were just things that we kind of had to put on the wayside, and it was almost like waiting until the last day to pay a bill. All right, I'm gonna press pay now. Now let's go make sure that we still have money in the account, and that, not that we didn't have money, but it's just not the lifestyle that I really knew that I wanted and that I craved for myself and my family. And at that point, we only had one kid. So I saw my coach was making a lot of money, right? And I saw her posting about it, and I was like, listen, I want to do this. How do I do it? So she told me what I needed to do, and I did it. There were no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I saw she was successful. I knew that if I followed what she did, I would have that same success. And here I am 3 years later with that same success that she had at that point. And so now fast forward 3 years, we now have 3 kids, which we never would have had if I wasn't able to make more money. We are able to go on vacation whenever we want to. We get to go on vacations with Beachbody. We get to have this support and community from the other women and other men who are involved with this. And not only in terms of like weight loss, you know, being able to say that I've lost 40 pounds 3 times with all 3 kids. I mean, that has happened, but also me as a person, that has, like, I've just changed, I think, totally. I mean, if you look at me 3 years ago, I don't want to say that I was broken and that I wasn't a good person, but I just look back at the person I was 3 years ago and realize, like, that's not really who I was. And I was struggling. I didn't really have a passion anymore. I didn't know what I was doing with the day in, day out routine of just being a mom. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I needed more. I needed something to define me. And this has filled that void. So this defines me in a way where I can not only help myself, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, but I am also able to help other women and other men do those exact same things. And you're able to feel a sense of pride in that, and just being a part of someone's story. And real quick, you guys, I just want to tell, one of my coaches came to me this morning with so much gratitude about what one of her challengers told her. They've been trying to get pregnant for 3 years. And in January, she came to her and said, I just want to start eating healthy. So I'm just going to drink Shakeology and stop drinking my pop. And, you know, I just want to start making these small changes. And then a month later, she's like, okay, I want to start working out like 2 times a week. You know, I'm still, you know, drinking the Shakeology. I'm not drinking pop anymore. And then she starts working out 6 times a week. You know, she's following the program. She has, you know, the workouts 5-6 days a week. She has the 1 rest day. Perfect. She's eating well, eating clean. And then last week she comes to my coach and tells her that they're pregnant. I mean, how amazing is that? Like, you get chills when you hear stories like that. You have, you know, this couple who's been trying to get pregnant for 3 years, they now start making healthy changes in their life and boom, are pregnant. Not that everything has to do with just what, you know, we're able to provide, but it's part of their story, and you've been able to help impact someone's life in an immense way. So real quick, that's my little blip. So I'd love to introduce Caren, who is just an amazing rock star coach, and have her tell you a little bit more about her story and where she comes from. So Caren, go ahead, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Katie. So I think the reason I love Beachbody is because every time I hear a story, every story is so different, and every story is so like emotional and so touching. So like, even though I know Katie like really well and I've heard her story, it just always, I love hearing the stories again, just because they're so different and people tend to tell them differently like every time they share them. So, but my name is Caren. I'm a Star Diamond coach. But before I was a Star Diamond coach, I was a wife to my husband, John, for almost 13 years in August. I have 2 kids, Aiden, who's 9, and Ava, who is 3. And so my story is like a little bit different than Katie's. I was never a fit mom. I was never into eating well. I was never into nutrition. I never really worked out. I was just a habitual dieter, I guess I would call it. I was on Weight Watchers probably every other month. I was on Jenny Craig every other year. I went to things that were really easy, like stuff that was delivered, like Nutrisystem, diet pills. So I can really say that I've run the gamut of all diets probably until 2014 when I started with Beachbody. And when I had Aiden, it was 2008, and I was already overweight. I was already overweight at my wedding. I was probably about 30 pounds overweight at that time, and I really tried to lose the weight for my wedding. And I think at one point I got down to 144, and I thought like that was great for me, in a size 13 in my wedding dress. But I so badly wanted the other dress that would have looked so much better, right? And so it didn't. And so that was okay. And then I had Aiden, and I gained, I probably gained like 25 to 30 pounds with each of my babies. It wasn't like a huge weight gain. But after I had Aiden, John and I were going to try to get pregnant again. And we weren't able to. And that's when I actually went back to work full time, because we had decided that we didn't know if I was going to get pregnant again. And, we wanted to move into a bigger house, and we wanted to move into a better school district for Aiden. So I decided to go back to work. And a few months after being back at work, I actually did get pregnant. And unfortunately, that ended up with a miscarriage, which again threw my body into a whole nother cycle of, I don't really care. Like I didn't care. I had never really lost the baby weight from Aiden, because I knew that I was going to get pregnant again. And I was just one of those like, well, if I'm going to get pregnant again, why would I lose the weight? Like, what's the point of that? Which I know so much better now, because I see coaches on our team, just like Katie just said, that she had a baby, she lost 40 pounds. She had another baby, she lost 40 pounds. And I know how much healthier I would have been, but it just wasn't me at the time. And then after I had the miscarriage, that was even worse. It even dug me into a deeper hole of depression, because I had waited so long to get pregnant. And so I had gained even more weight. And I cared about my looks, but I didn't care as much about my weight. And then we were very lucky. About a year later, we did get pregnant with Ava. So she is our rainbow baby. And we got pregnant with her, and I had a great pregnancy with her. I gained more weight. And I think my highest weight after both kids was probably like in the 180s. So, and I'm only 5 feet. So that was a lot for me. That was a really big weight gain for me. And I was working full time. I had a 70-hour-a-week job. I was a program director and helped with marketing. And Ava went to school where I worked. So it wasn't like that bad, but it was bad in the sense that at 12 weeks old, I had to drop her off at a daycare, right? So every day I just felt like it was like a stab in my heart every day. Like someone would take her and feed her her morning bottle, and then someone would put her down for her morning nap and take her out of the crib for her afternoon nap. And it really wasn't what I envisioned when I wanted to have kids. I didn't want other people taking care of my kids. I wanted to be the one feeding them every single bottle. I wanted to be the one putting them down for a nap and being there when they woke up for a nap. So it was really hard for me to drop her off every single day, especially at 12 weeks old. And as she got older, my hours got even more and more at work. Like I went from 70 hours to 80 hours. My pay did not go up. And since I did programming for kids, my kids came to work with me. And that was even harder because John works in Virginia. So that's the other part of the story. We live in Maryland. So they came to work with me. And so I had to basically watch my kids at a kids program and run a program for like 300 people. So that was really hard. But fast forward to me being on Facebook one day and, still kind of in the Weight Watchers scheme, trying to lose weight. And I see this girl who I went to high school with her husband posting about a 21-day fix. And I've never heard of Beachbody. I'd heard of Insanity Max or Insanity, and I'd heard of P90X, but I never related the two. I never knew that there was a Beachbody correlation there. So she was posting about this program, and she did a really good job posting about her transformation. And for me, I would have done anything. You didn't even have to ask me twice. And so at 21 days later, when she posted, that she lost 5, 6, or 7 pounds and posted the side-by-sides, it was really easy for me because at that point for me, I was a size 16. I was a size extra large. Nothing in my closet fit me because everything was a size 14. And I refused to go to the next size. Like I absolutely refused to do that. And that was my low point, like sitting on my closet floor and really saying to myself, like, how did I get to this place? How am I going to change this? What am I going to do? I have nothing to wear. And I lived in sweatpants and sweatshirts. And, you know, you could tell from the pictures that that's not how I like to dress. I really like to get dressed up and be fancy and be fun. And living in sweatpants for me, it was not ideal. So I had spoken to Dana, and very quickly I jumped into a 21-day fix challenge group, and very quickly I just fell in love with the whole concept of being surrounded by women who were on the same journey as myself. And I started losing weight, you know, fairly quickly. And I started learning about, started working out every day, which I'd never done. I started like learning about clean eating, and that was all through the group and all through, you know, the nutrition guides that we get with our challenge packs. And I'd never felt so good. And then people started like noticing, right? I'd be putting pictures up on Facebook, and people really started noticing, like, wow, what are you doing? What's going on? What's going on? And so I would just say, oh, I'm doing this thing, the 21-day fix. Here's my coach, Dana. And so every time I'd send her a referral, she'd say to me, you know, you can make money doing this. And I'm like, yeah, but I've only lost 15 pounds. And, you know, but eventually, like 2 days later, I was like, wait, how much money, right? So that's really all it took. And so, and I wanted the discount on the Shakeology because I loved it. I drank it every morning for breakfast before I left the house. Like I had no time to do anything else. And that was really convenient for me. So it was just the perfect fit. And I started coaching soon after that. And it was a really easy transition for me. And at that time I had spoken to John. Ava was already about 14 months old. And I had spoken to John and told him that I really had a passion and a fire burning inside of me to A, do this, and B, help other women feel like I felt, that there actually is an after picture. It's not just one of those things that you see in a magazine or on TV. There actually is an after picture. And so I had only lost 15 pounds at the time, but between the first picture and the second picture, I'd gone from like about 170 to now my weight is 125, right? And a size 4. So it was significant. And that was all a journey. It did not happen in those first 21 days. And I don't think I would have ever kept up with it unless I became a coach and became accountable not only to myself, but to everybody else who was watching me and cheering me on. So that's what's really kept me going, is the accountability of other people and really teaching other people that you can have this, you can do this. If you have the proper support, the proper tools, and really the proper environment. So that's a little long story about how I got started, but that's how I got started. I was a challenger turned coach because I saw the results and I wanted other people to feel the way that I had wanted to feel in my 20s or even in my teens. And now I'm 38. I'm going to be 39. And I feel like, oh man, that outfit would have looked really cute on me when I was 21, but maybe not so much at 39.
Caren, I think that's awesome. So one of the things that Caren said, which rang a tune, is like being a coach is being like a lifetime challenger. And I mean, that strikes a chord for me as well. I mean, yes, I was always into health and fitness as well, and I loved working out. But the more kids you have, the harder it is to find time. And I mean, it's more excuses are there. And by being a coach, I mean, I know people are looking up to me, and I know I have a mission to show other moms that this can be done, that you don't have to be stuck in that mom bod. Like you can make your own awesome, hot mom bod, you know, and be confident with it. And so that's, you know, I think that really strikes a chord with me too. All right. So what do we have to offer? Some people are familiar with Beachbody. Some people aren't. And really what Beachbody is it's the full support system. It contains the fitness, it has the nutrition, and it has your support. So the fitness comes in obviously various workout programs. Way back in the beginning, from the Insanities and the P90Xs to now with the 21-day fix, with the 22-minute hardcore, with Core de Force, with Country Heat. There are workouts that can fit every single individual's needs, as well as keeping a variety there. So there are workouts that are low impact. There are workouts that are high impact, workouts for beginners, workouts for more advanced. All the workouts have modifiers that go with them as well. So you're able to, recommend and offer these programs to everybody. And there's always going to be a solution for them to hit their goals. On the nutrition side of it, there is Shakeology, which is definitely the healthiest meal of the day. And, I explained it earlier as basically drinking your multivitamin plus all the added extras. Shakeology is packed with your vitamins and minerals plus antioxidants, prebiotics, probiotics. It helps reduce cravings just by all the nutrients that are in the Shakeology that your body needs that we don't get. I mean, chances are we're not getting all the nutrients that we need every single day, right? And so your body isn't working at full capacity. Whereas with the Shakeology, all the, benefits of it go all the way from the reducing the cravings, which therefore helps with your sweet tooth, helps you not overeat or binge eat at, certain times during the day, all the way to being regular, and I know people don't want to talk about that, but it's true. Like everyone, you want to be regular, right? So the Shakeology is definitely helpful. And then we also have the Performance line, which helps people with their pre-workout, their during the workout, and obviously post-workout recovery. And the Performance line is actually the official sponsor of the Ironman triathlon. So that's definitely something that is really exciting about the Beachbody Performance line, that we have these professional athletes, these, endurance athletes that use these products. And they obviously work. I mean, I will tell you guys that Energize is like my mom crack in the morning. Like, I am so tired every morning, and I look forward to that Energize because I know it's gonna, and it's not jittery. I know, people think of a pre-workout and whatnot as being like jittery and whatnot. And it's like a quick tingle. It's all natural, which is even better, right? So that is some of the things that we have to offer. The support, totally forgot. The support is us. Us as coaches is your support. It's your accountability. So let's think of it this way. Anyone can go to a gym, right? Anyone can go to the gym and work out. But something that is lacking is that support system and that accountability, right? And that's where we come in as coaches. Again, not only for ourselves, but for our challengers. So you couple the fitness, the nutrition that we get through the meal plans, through the Shakeology, through those portion control containers that you can see in that 21-day fix picture there, and through us as the support and accountability, it is a no-fail plan. So if you commit, if your challengers commit, if anyone commits, you will see results, and it's guaranteed. I mean, just like if someone actually commits to going to the gym every single day on a followed program and a followed meal plan, a structured meal plan, then yes, they're going to get results as well. That just sometimes is very hard for people to do. And obviously the support and accountability. So Caren, do you already have to be fit?
So, right. So I talked about that a little bit when I was going through my journey, and, definitely not. I think that's probably one of the biggest questions that I get is, do I already have to be at my goal weight? Do I have to be fit? And, you don't. You just have to have a passion for fitness, and you have to have a passion for wanting to do better for yourself and really helping other people along the way. Because for me, it was about sharing my journey, right? I had lost a little bit of weight, but then for the rest of the time, I'd really changed. I'd really shared my journey on social media, and that's really what it was all about. So, and I'm consistently changing, right? I had gained a little bit of weight in February, and so I did this, the cleanse. So it's, I don't think I'm ever at my fit-ist, right? I think there's like a term fit-ish. So that's what I would consider myself. So you definitely don't have to be at your goal weight or even close to it. I mean, we have coaches on our team that range from every height, size, anything. I think you just have to have the need to want to change and to be fit and to do it with other people that kind of have the same mission as you do.
And really just living a healthy lifestyle. Like, how is fitting a healthy lifestyle into your daily life right now? I think that's one of the most important things. So what do we do? What do we do as coaches? Caren, why don't you tell people what we do?
So I think as a really good way of describing it is basically what we do on the front end is we really share our journal, right? We share our everyday life on Facebook and really get to connect with people, because the bottom line is that people are really going to connect with you, not with the product. So people are going to see your results, they're going to see your life, and they're really going to be wanting to join you because of the results that you're having. As coaches, we hold each other accountable, as a team. We hold each other accountable as a team, and then we hold our challengers accountable by running challenge groups, which are private groups on Facebook, where we provide meal plans, grocery lists, recipes, check-ins every day for motivation and accountability. So it's almost like a Weight Watchers meeting, but in a group, like all day, every day, with actual support. And we go through, people talk, and it can get very personal in there. People do talk about their highs, but people really talk about their lows also. So it really is a great place to build community and build friendship. Some of my best friends came from my first challenge group, right? Some of the coaches on our team, and we're super close. Being a product of the product is really just always continuing to grow with Beachbody. Like for me, I started with the 21-day fix, and I always use that as my transformation. But on the back end, since the 21-day fix came out, I've done every other program that came out for the past 2 years. So I didn't just stop after the 21-day fix. I did 21-day fix extreme, I did PiYo, I did quarter force, I did 22 hardcore, I did Insanity Max 30. So I've done like the gamut. I've always stayed a product of the product, and that consistency is really what helped to build my business. I engage with people on social media. If someone comments on my post or likes it, I talk to them, I engage with them, and I become friends with them. I really do build relationships with women all over the country. And Katie and I, we don't live next to each other, but we talk every single day, like 6,000 times a day. But we're going to see each other in Punta Cana, right? For the first time since last July. So, but we have, it's amazing to build these friendships and communities in a group, and then be friends with them, and then see them at these Beachbody events. We get 25% off of all of our products, which is great. And really, I think that's it. I think the part about community is huge. Like surrounding yourself with people that are fit-minded and have the same passions as you, and A, for fitness, and B, for growing a business. I think that's what's really kept me going for all these years, is that I could never leave that circle of friends that I have. And I just want to keep growing it.
Awesome. I think you nailed it. All right, so here's the big question. I know everyone wants to know, how do we earn? So our income is 100% a direct reflection of how many people that we're helping, how many lives that we are affecting. Caren mentioned that we get a 25% discount on all the products. So that allows us to get a discount with our Shakeology as well. So initially, we make a 25% commission on anything that is quote unquote sold. And I hate saying sold because I don't look at us as salesmen. Because I could never be a salesman. If you ask me to sell something, I'm out the door, we share our story. So therefore we're getting people to join us and to do what we've done to find our results, right? So with that, yes, products are quote unquote being sold. So it's a 25% commission on those products. And that's how you earn money right off the bat. So new coaches, all of their income is strictly retail and commission. And then as you start to build your team of like-minded individuals, whether these are people who just want the discount, or people who want to start earning an income just like you start getting what's called matching bonuses and team cycle bonuses. And as you continue to build, you get quarterly bonuses at certain ranks. And when I say quarterly bonuses, like, this is not like $50. This is like, we'll be getting about a $2,500 bonus for the first rank that you qualify for this quarterly bonus. The next rank gets about $5,000, the next one 10 and 15. And I will tell you guys, my coach, who has been a coach now for 7 years, she was able to lock in the like big mammoth quarterly bonus one time. I mean, this was last year, she was able to get that. And that bonus was $40,000. I mean, I can't even fathom in my head getting $40,000 dumped in my bank account one day, but I'm at a point where I get that $2,800 bonus dumped in my bank account. And that's a huge, huge bonus for 1 week. And our income also comes from free lead commission. So Beachbody is awesome in a sense that when you are doing your job and hitting what's called Success Club, and this is stuff that we talk about once you start, once you actually become a working coach. But when you start working, you are actually able to get free leads from Beachbody, whether it's people who just sign up for a free membership and they're assigned to you as their coach, and then you work with them to find out the best program to fit their needs. Or in another end, Beachbody will actually send you people who have purchased Shakeology and have purchased a program, and you receive direct commission straight from them, and you didn't even have to do anything. So that's actually pretty neat, right? It does say here that there is no pressure to sell, meet quotas, or stock products. And that's really important because there is no quota. I mean, we essentially set goals that if you have an income goal, that you want to make, whether it's weekly, monthly, then we will obviously set a goal and reverse engineer that to work with you and tell you this is what needs to happen every day or every week for you to hit that goal. And that's kind of how, and again, it's not a quota, right? I mean, you can
say it's more of a personal quota, right? Like Beachbody doesn't require quotas, but it's more of a personal quota. Like what do you want to reach and how much money do you want to make? That's what that's going to determine.
Right. I love it. That's a perfect way of putting it. So there's not like a quota that you have to reach to stay a coach. You're always an active coach, especially if you're drinking your Shakeology, you're an active coach. And we don't have to stock products, thank God, because if you're anything like me, I'm super unorganized. I've got 3 kids. If I had to stock products, all those things would be open and there would be everywhere. So everything is handled through the website. The ordering is super easy, step-by-step walkthroughs. So there's no issues with that. So go ahead. Why is our team different?
So like I said, I love this team because from the minute I started as a challenger, right? So I was put into a challenge group and I started losing weight. And so there was immediate support there, which was amazing. And then from the team aspect, we do weekly team calls. Right now they're Thursdays at 9:30. And we do trainings on those team calls every Thursday. And they're great. We have a lot of people on there, and then we do a Q&A. So I love the team calls, and you really get, again, to kind of interact with your friends and colleagues that are all over the country. So it's a nice way to do that and really get to know people. We do one-on-ones with our upline, with your upline. So if that's me or if that's Katie, whoever brought you onto this call, you would get one-on-one calls with them, again, to talk about A, your fitness goals if you're just starting your fitness journey, and B, your business goals. Like, what are your business goals? What do you want out of this business? Rank and income training, that comes once you start. We do a new coach basics once a month. So that starts at the beginning of every month. And then as you start rank advancing, we have rank advanced trainings during the month that go with that. And that's all personal to our team. So it's not like you can just sign up and be a Beachbody coach and then just come back. And this is all personal to our team, things that we've developed. We do getting started right calls, which is basically like calls, like a call with your upline to get started and really, again, to talk about your journey and where you want to go and where you see yourself. And once you join, you basically get put into our team pages. So each coach has their own team page where we really, we talk about, promotions that are coming up. We go live and do trainings within the team call. We really talk about, things that are coming up that are happening within the business so that you can go out and share them with your clients. We really do drop a lot of that in the team. And it's also a great way to start communicating with your team and meeting people on the team. That's where we welcome people. And if somebody has a baby, we drop that in there. So it's a really great, it's like a family environment. And there's tons of files with templates and things to help you get started with talking to people and challenge groups and all that. So everything is very duplicatable. It's not like you have to come in and think, how am I going to do all this? Like, it's already been done for you. So we have most of it, all of it ready to go. And then the part about community, right? So we always celebrate when they have rank advancement, when we sell our first challenge pack, the highest success club earners of the month. So we do that, like we try to do that within the team page, and we as coaches do that on the front end as well. And then I think, like Katie, like we wrote right there, it's really a place to dream big and work at your own pace, right? So if you're not feeling like you can be like this huge big time star, then maybe that's not where you want to start and you would rather start here. But it's really, the team page is really a page to see where other people are at with their business, and a great way to see, like, to have aspirations, to see like where you want to be. So I think that's where the team environment takes place.
Yeah, I agree. So now expand a little bit on different options. So you guys don't have to come in and like be all in and think that you
Right.
can go. There's different ways how you can be a coach and run your business.
So I think, like Katie was talking about at first, something like that she started with Insanity, and me too for the beginning. I started and I just wanted to shake on the discount, right? So, if that's all you're here to do, then that's fine. Then we will love you at that level, right? So, you're a regular Shakeology drinker. You don't want to do any sales or any sharing or anything like that. And so it would be a $16 a month savings, and you would still get your 25% off on all products. You would basically be a coach for the discount. Hobby coaches, which I have plenty of on my team, have a full-time job. They love the product. They love sharing the product with others. They've really had a journey, and they just love the whole idea of paying it forward, basically, and bringing people into our challenge groups and onto our team. And so they're earning extra income right there. A business builder is really somebody who's all in. And that was me basically 2 weeks after I was a discount coach. There was no discount hobby business. It went from discount to business very quickly. I wanted a life of freedom. I didn't want to work 80 hours a week. I saw the vision and I wanted to grow a team. And so that's what I did. And so I went all in, right? So we host these calls, and I host challenge groups for my team and free groups. And I did a ton of research, within our team pages. And it was a lot of learning. And I'm still learning every single day, but that would be the difference, is that I made that my full-time job. And I have business builders on my team who still have a full-time job, right? Because they're still building to leave their full-time job. That's their goal. Single moms that want to be home with their kids. So they're business builders and still have a full-time job. So I think that has a full-time job can be both for hobby and business, for sure. Because I have many business builders that definitely have full-time jobs and full-time families.
Right. Full-time family, for real.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you even start? Let's say, you've listened to this, you've heard about Beachbody, you've heard about coaching, and it's pulling at, those heartstrings, and you're ready to go. So there's a couple different ways to sign up, and there's a $39.95 coach sign up fee. If you are military or a veteran, you have a free sign up and there are no fees. There's no monthly coach fees. For everyone else, though, there is a $15 a month website service fee. And this basically gives you a coach online office. It gives you your workspace, your mobile office that allows you to track your customers, track your coaches, and get training in there, and also for people to order through you. Just like if you were to start a website for any other thing, you would have a monthly website fee. And that's what that $15 is. So you can either just sign up with $40 coach fee and go from there. I highly recommend you don't do that because you don't get anything with that. Or you sign up with a challenge pack. 100% recommended to every new coach who starts, and every challenger, obviously, is that it's a challenge pack. What is a challenge pack? Your challenge pack is a fitness program plus the Shakeology, okay? And this is, again, how we get our challengers started. And obviously, you as a coach, being a product of the product, this is how you would get started as well. So what we do is we pick out a program that is going to meet your needs, whatever goals you have. And we also pick out the Shakeology flavor that you would like. The challenge packs range in price from $140 to about $220. And right now, which is incredibly amazing, we have what's called an all access challenge pack, which allows you to get every single Beachbody program that has ever been released, plus every program that will be released within the next year. And there's usually about 3-4 programs that are released a year. So you get, again, every single program available to you to stream wherever you have Wi-Fi. So like for me, I work out in the morning, streaming my workouts on my laptop through Beachbody On Demand while my kids watch TV. I mean, that's their TV time because they stay out of my way and I'm out of their way. So you will get all these programs. Plus on Beachbody On Demand, there is a cooking show that gives you all the healthy recipes you need. There are meal plans. There are pantry raids. There are extra bonus workouts from the master trainers from Beachbody, from the live trainers. And so that's like a whole, like, that is priceless right there. I mean, that is like $2,000 plus worth of programs and whatnot there. And then you get the Shakeology, right? You get a 30-day supply of Shakeology. That whole pack and that whole program is $160. So being $160 is just a steal, and that's actually on special right now. It's a bonus for the month of April that we're actually kicking off today. So if that is something that interests you, that is definitely the way to go. And I know for myself, and I think Caren does the same thing, we get our coaches started out with this all access challenge pack because, again, it gives you access to every single program, which is not only beneficial for you because now you are always going to have a program to go to and you're not going to have to keep purchasing a new one. You know, this is a year. You get this for a year. And again, this is a journey. This is not like a 21 days and then I'm done, you know, so this is your journey. So you have a program that you will be able to do throughout the entire year. Plus you have access to every program where you can try it out and kind of see what they're like. So you have a better understanding of what to recommend to people when they come to you with their goals and their needs. Also on the Beachbody On Demand, there's like a workout of the day each day. So that's a really good way to kind of get a feel for different programs. So that is what the challenge pack is. So like I said, they range from $140 all the way up to that $220, $225-ish price. But like I said, this $160 Beachbody On Demand All Access challenge pack is 100% the best way to go. And it's,
I was going to say about the on-demand challenge pack also, what makes that really great, especially for me, is I remember like when I bought Country Heat, my husband was like, I don't think I'm going to do that program with you. And I'm like, okay. But with something like Beachbody On Demand, now that we have that downstairs streaming on our Apple, like I'm doing a weight-based program, hammer and chisel, and he didn't really want to do that. He wanted to do a cardio-based program. So John's doing Insanity Max 30, and I'm doing hammer and chisel, and it's really not an issue. We don't have to switch out DVDs. I don't have to buy this and buy that. Like everything is right there. We just click our workouts, and then and then we're good to go. So if you have like a spouse or a partner or a boyfriend or anybody else that you're doing this with, I think this is like an amazing option, because basically everybody in your house can use this, and getting top of the line workouts without leaving your house, and being able to do it with a partner is great also.
That's awesome. You're right. It's like the Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So that's what our challenge pack is. That's essentially what Beachbody coaching is all about. So if you have any questions, we can definitely answer questions live right now. If you have any, and if not, then I hope whoever invited you to this call, they will reach out to you, and you do the same. Reach out to that coach who invited you and let them know what your thoughts were. And if you have any other questions for them, they can follow up with you with that. So are there any questions at all? No? Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. I hope this was so beneficial for you and kind of painted the picture better so you could understand it more. So I hope everyone goes on and has an awesome day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me stop.